I can't say how thrilled, really, really thrilled I am to see this event taking place this morning. It's something that I have advocated for many years. In fact, just last week I came across a proposal that I submitted when I was at the OECD Secretariat to a particular government to set up this exact type of forum to sort of bridge the gap between local imagination, local creativity, and indigenous capabilities that reside in the diaspora. And basically, the proposal was to have a conference of this nature every year to bring creative thinkers from the diaspora together to share their insights, the appreciations of the trends in the global setting, in the global economy, in the global society, and to give to our people a sense of hope and a sense of encouragement that they can, within their own spaces, create solutions and find solutions to their own problems. And that's the segue that I want to use to bring to make a connection to the discussion that we're having this morning. I think research and innovation cannot be objectives for their own sake. They have to be initiatives that impact our people in a very real and tangible way. If we do not engage in these activities and ensure that they have a transformational impact on the lives and livelihoods of our people, then it becomes esoteric and meaningless. And so that's the critical objective that we have to frame in our minds in terms of how we proceed with this. I want to encourage also that we expand the frame of our discussion away from, not away from research and innovation, but to include as well the issue of science and technology. And so I'm suggesting that we expand our frame of reference to a concept which I will call STIR, the acronym STIR: Science, Technology, Innovation, and Research. And the STIR there is a play on giving impetus and encouraging our people to proceed along these lines. These are, of course, related issues, related aims and objectives, but each of them in their own domains have an enormous amount of impact and content. Science on its own is critical, technology on its own is critical, innovation and research. But when you bring them together, you find a overarching frame in which you can proceed to embed these things in the society and the economy. So very quickly, what are the things that I consider to be imperatives for our development at this time? I think our research has to be targeted at building our resilience, building the resilience of our citizens. How do we build a citizenry that is able to bounce back from the shocks that we experience in our daily lives and in our communities? And the bounce back and concept is one that is taking hold. I have to say, I'm very pleased to see the embrace that resilience is achieving, not just in St. Lucia, but across the Caribbean. So some of the areas in which we might want to focus that research is, in addition to resilience, I think green growth is an area of focus. The blue economy, the orange economy, youth entrepreneurship is, I think, extremely critical. And I think, Giles, in the examples that you gave earlier, you gave us the context in which we can see that kind of youth entrepreneurship really taking hold in our countries. Science-based decision-making, I have to emphasize that, because in my experience, this is one of the areas in which we have not progressed significantly at the national level in the Caribbean. We have this gap, this gulf between science and decision-making. We see things like environmental impacts assessments that are not understood and embraced for their value, and decisions being taken about the use of our natural resources that are not informed by the results of environmental impact assessments. We need to design and utilize the tools for science-based research and decision-making. We need to share knowledge, share experiences. We need to build our information and communication technologies. We need to invest in ground-based observations, drawing as much as possible from the indigenous knowledge and understanding of our people. We need to focus as well on building an information society. And the use of ICTs there is going to be very critical, I believe. We have a digital divide now. We have a high level of digital illiteracy, which I believe can be addressed by increasing interconnectivity between the education and research networks in our countries. I'm not sure how much more time I have left, Giles, but there's a lot more that I could say on this, but I don't want to overrun my time.